Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Cuisine Royale on the GeForce GTX 1060 3GB. For performance monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to download the software, there's a link down in the description. So Cuisine Royale, I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip to any of those sections of the video, check the timestamps down in the description. So first of all, I'll show you 1080p on the G4560 using the maximum settings, and you won't notice much of a difference between that and the i3 8100. Both CPUs are able to maintain over 60 frames per second pretty much all the time. There's just higher GPU usage on the i3 8100 when we're getting very high frame rates, but it's still not perfect. We're not hitting 100% GPU usage all the time. Then I switch to 1440p and I show you two configurations. First, I show you the lowest settings, which in this case means everything maxed out except in shadows, which is one of the only settings that makes a difference in performance. So shadows on low, the rest maxed out, get 50 to 70 frames per second. Then I crank up the settings to the max to see what frame rate we get. And finally at 4K, I overclocked the GTX 1060 to around 2 GHz on the core clock, and I added 400 MHz to the VRAM. And on the settings, I just kept shadows on the lowest. I cannot recommend 4K on this card. It drops below 30 frames per second quite often on places with a lot of foliage, so I recommend playing on 1080p or 1440p. The game is significantly smoother, and the shadow options obviously look better on those resolutions. Okay, so in the options menu, we don't have much to choose from, but it was to be expected. This is very early into development. This was an April Fool's game, for saying it some way. It was a joke, and it ended up being a full game, so we only have right now shadow quality, texture quality, and anisotropic filtering, so only 3 options that actually affect performance without taking into account the resolution. And well, so far the shadow quality we have low, medium, and high, and it wasn't a huge difference between the lowest and the highest settings, unfortunately. So by setting shadows to low, yeah, there's a lower resolution on the shadows, less detail into them, but we don't get more than a 10 FPS boost in some cases. In some other times it's 2 FPS more. So yeah, the only thing that I can recommend you to lower is shadows or the resolution if you want to get a performance boost. And also, as of right now till June 25th, you can get this game for free on Steam. Just follow the link down in the description, click on play game, download this game, and it should be on your Steam library forever. After June 25th, it should be a paid game, and you'll be able to keep it if you play right now. So that's partly the reason why I'm testing this. But I was kinda surprised with the graphics. Yeah, the animations need some work, the sound as well, but the game actually looks pretty good. I wasn't expecting that when jumping into it. And there are some issues with rendering sometimes when you're aiming down sights, that there are some depth of field effects. Sometimes your weapon can be transparent, not sure why, but it's kind of annoying, and the game is still being worked on. So there are some issues with the graphics here and there. Other than that, the game is still completely playable. Maximum number of players I saw in a single match were 30, no more than that. Maybe there are more, but I didn't jump into a match with more than 30 players, so also be aware of that. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching, and see you next time.